Hello students, now the next topic of the chapter is pressure of liquids. Like air, the liquid also exert pressure on the object. Whenever we are just putting any object inside a liquid or a gas or a gas, then also the object is experiencing some pressure. For example, student, a very good example is there that if you are having a bucket and the bucket is filled with water. This is a bucket which is filled with water, or you are having a tub which is filled with water. You can take a empty mug or a you can take empty mug or an empty glass. Then what will you do? Just invert the mug and begin to move it inside the water. So आप मग को उल्टा करके पानी के अंदर उसको नीचे की तरफ ले जाओ. You will see that the water is going to exert a large amount of pressure on the mug. जितना नीचे आप लेके जाओगे आपको उतना ज़्यादा प्रेशर अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. और जैसे ही आप क्या करोगे, छोड़ोगे इसे, तो वैसे ही क्या है वो ऊपर आ जाएगा. Why is it? Because the water is bouncing it upward by exerting pressure on it, and this upward push of water is greater than the weight of the body. That's why water is going to push it up. क्योंकि जो वाटर का प्रेशर है वो इतना ज़्यादा है कि ऑब्जेक्ट का वेट है उसके आगे बहुत ही कम है, तो इस वजह से वाटर इसको अपवर्ड पुश करता है. तो एक्चुअली ऐसा नहीं है कि वाटर पुश नहीं करता. वाटर इज गोइंग टू पुश ऑल द ऑब्जेक्ट्स इन अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन, बट it all depends on the mass and the weight of the object. So if in the liquid, if depth increases, because if you will take the mug at the depth, then you will see that large amount of pressure is exerted. So if on increasing depth, the pressure exerted by the liquid will also increase. Okay. So what is the reason that the pressure exerted on the body inside the liquid vary? Okay, why? Because you know that sometimes we can see that if we are having a container or a bucket or a tub full of water, you can see that if you are having a clay ball or you are having a stone, okay, if you will put it inside the water, then the stone will move down and it will get settled at the bottom. Okay, it will sink. Similarly, if you are making a paper boat or you are able to make a boat from the clay, then it will float, it will not sink, because water is going to push it also in upward direction, this ball, and water is also going to apply pressure on the boat also. So there are certain reasons. Since air is also going to apply pressure, air column is also applying the pressure, and water is also applying the pressure. So there are certain reasons, and these all factors, these all things, the question to all, the answer to all these questions we will get by a term named density. So first of all, we will learn about the topic density. What is density? Density is equals to mass per unit volume. That in per unit volume, what is the mass of the object? If the mass of object is comparatively more than that, then its density of that liquid will also be more. If the mass is lesser per unit volume, then the density is less. Per unit volume means we will take the per cubic meter square volume of a liquid, and then we will see the how many particles, what is the mass of that liquid. We will look at that. In that case, we will come to know about the density. Students, the main thing is that all those things which are having more mass will have more density, and if the density of object is more than the density of water, then it will sink. So two things you have to remember, that if density of object is greater than density of water. Why density of object will be more? If mass will be more, then density will be more. If mass is less, then density will be less. So if density of object is more than the density of water, then object will sink. It will not float on the water. And similarly, if the density of object is lesser than the density of water, means water is more denser as compared to the object, then the object will float. Okay. One more thing, that the flowing as well as the sinking of object also depend on the surface area. Okay. So let's do these. So what happened, that there are certain examples, student, like it is having lesser surface area. If surface area will be lesser, then in that case the density will be, or we can say if surface area will be lesser, then in that case the volume will be lesser and density will be more. So here the volume is lesser, we can say that surface area is lesser, so density is more and object will sink. Here the surface area is more, so the water is having means large amount of area of clay boat is with the surface of water, then the water is applying upward force on a larger surface area, due to which it float. Similarly, we are taking the example of the sheep also. Like the ship is very heavy, ship is very heavy, जहाज बहुत भारी होता है, but it is having more surface area, due to which a larger amount of upward pressure is applied by water on the ship and it will float. So these are the reason. Like you throw a modeling clay into water, it will sink because it is heavier, because it is having more density, it is having lesser area. So the pressure exerted by the liquid on the ball is not sufficient to pull it up and it will move down. And if we mold this clay ball into a boat, then a large area is there. So what happened, that the liquid can apply force on a large area and comparatively it will move upward or it will float. There are certain reasons. You can see that in case of if we are having a liquid like water and we will put the oil inside it, then the oil will float at the surface of the water and water will settle down. This is because the water is more denser, water is having more density as compared to the oil. In the same way, the dams are built to store water, and you know that in case of dams, the dams are made much wider at the bottom. So it is the bottom of the dam. Suppose this is dam, it is the wall of dam. At the base of the dam, the wall is more thicker. Why is it? Because as we move downside in the water, then more pressure will be applied on the object. So at the downside, more pressure will be applied, so that pressure may break the wall. So that's why at the base the walls are much thicker or much wider at the bottom, because and this water pressure which is present at the bottom, this high water pressure is used because here pipelines are fitted from here, and these pipelines are used to for the flow of water, so that the turbines, that is blades of the generator, will rotate, and due to which electricity is produced, because this high pressure of water spin the turbine, and due to which the generator, the coil of generator will rotate, or dynamo will rotate, and the electricity will get generated. Students, in activity 6, I am just showing you the activity 6. You can see there are two water vessels. In one of the vessel, you can see three holes are there, or 3 pipes are there. In this, the pipes are filled at different distances. If you will these, you can see these pipes are as holes. If you will see it fill it fully, then you will see that the water will move at a very fast speed. But here the water in the upper hole will move at slower, then at the middle will comparatively faster, and at the base the hole is there from which the water is coming out with a very high speed. So it represents that the pressure at the bottom of the liquid is more as compared towards the other upper sides. Now students, the next part of the next topic is the measurement of pressure, that how can we measure the pressure of the liquids. So while traveling in a vehicle, actually you know that there is a very easy example, that if we are having a scooty or if we are having any means car, then we used to go to the petrol pump to fill the air in the tube of tire also, because the means air pressure in the tube tire tube actually reduces. So so that's why to maintain the pressure we just go to the petrol pump to fill the air again in the tube of tire. Okay, and at that time we are watching towards the meter of the pressure also, so that we can fill the air in an appropriate amount and the tube get not burst. So there is a requirement of pressure. What is that? What is that which is actually measuring that one pressure? So there are certain devices, like number one is barometer. In barometer we are having a vessel, and this vessel is filled with the mercury, and there is a hollow tube which is also filled with mercury and inverted in this vessel. After inverting in this vessel, we will see that the level here, the level of the mercury is supposed to be 76 centimeter approx, and here the atmosphere is applying the pressure. This is atmospheric pressure, due to which the level of the mercury first of all begins to fall at a particular height, and afterwards it will get balanced by the atmospheric pressure. So the barometer is a device which is used to measure the atmospheric pressure, in which a glass tube is there which is long, and this glass tube is sealed at one end. First of all, the glass tube is filled with mercury and then inverted into a container or a trough which is also having the mercury filled in it. The mercury in the tube, the level of mercury falls at a particular height, and this will height मीन्स ये तब तक कम होता रहता है ट्यूब में प्रेशर, जब तक कि एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर को बैलेंस नहीं कर दे. सो हियर द प्रेशर ड्यू टू द वेट ऑफ द मर्करी is equal to the atmospheric pressure, and this space where there is no mercury filled, it is called the vacuum. Now the next type of instrument, it is called the manometer. The manometer is also used for measuring the atmospheric pressure, METER, manometer. With the help of manometer also we can measure the liquid pressure. So what is in it? Consists of a U-shaped tube. The tube is at the one end, the U-shaped glass tube is open, and at the other end it is mounted on a this one we can say wooden plank. Okay, this tube has some amount of water. This is a colored water which is filled in the tube. One end of tube is open, and second one end it is connected to a rubber tube, and this tube is connected to the cylinder. In this cylinder actually any gas is filled. If pressure of gas is equal to the atmospheric pressure, we will see when we will release the gas, then if the pressure of gas will be equal to the outer atmospheric pressure, in this case we will see that the level of the water in the tube will be equal. But in case if the pressure of gas will be more as compared to atmospheric pressure, then the level of water in the liquid open tube, means here the level will increase. If the pressure of gas is lesser as compared to atmospheric pressure, then here the level of gas in this side will increase, the level of water in this side of the tube will increase, and in this side the level of the water will decrease. So the gas pressure is less than atmospheric pressure, then level of water will be lower in the open tube. In this way, by with the help of gas we can measure the atmosphere, means the pressure of the liquid. Means with the help of this this pressure of liquid we can measure the pressure of the gas as well as the atmospheric pressure. We can compare both of them. Now students, the next thing is about the applications of the pressure. So there are certain applications of the pressure. Okay, there are certain applications of pressure. Yes, like one first is like it maintains the flow of blood in the blood vessels. What happens? The pressure exerted by liquid in blood vessel, it helps to move the blood in the body, because the heart is applying pressure in the pressure on the blood. Heart is pumping the blood with pressure in the blood vessels. Also, the wall of the blood vessels means blood is flowing in the blood vessels due to the external pressure also, which is maintaining the shape of the arteries so that the arteries may not get burst. Rubber suckers are there. If you have seen, I want to show you the picture. This is the rubber sucker. This is given in your book. So rubber suckers are used to install hooks in the kitchen, because the air between the wall and the sucker is sucked out with the help of rubber sucker. So it get attached with the wall. We are not able to remove it from the wall easily, and it helps to install hooks, and on these hooks we can use for anything. Now, cold drink straw. We used to drink cold drinks with a straw. When we suck cold drink with the straw, then the air in the straw goes into our lungs, and when air goes, we are just sucking the cold drink by using the pressure, by force, and due to that force the liquid rises in the straw. Vacuum cleaner. On switching the vacuum cleaner, a low pressure is created in the cleaner, and due to this the dirt suck into the device. Squeezing things. Squeezing of toothpaste, lemons, spray bottles, perfume bottles, etc. When we squeeze them, when we press them, then we require pressure. Without pressure we are not able to do. So students, this is the chapter number 9 which has been finished. In the next class we will start chapter number 6. Okay, thank you so much students.